You can be of good cheer because Jesus always knows what you need most. And he graciously supplies it. He knows what you need most. The gospel tells us this: Jesus sees us where we are. He sees us in our sin and our muck and our mire. And then he lovingly comes to do something about that. He comes to remedy our awful situation. Worse than being in a prison cell, worse than being alone, you and I were dead in our trespasses and our rebellion against God. We were isolated from God. We were cut off and separated because of our rebellion against God. And thank the Lord. The Father saw us exactly where we were in our sinful condition, and he sent the Son, Jesus, to do something about it, didn't he? Jesus came, taking on humanity to his divinity in order to graciously give us what we needed most. When God looked down on his creation, dying in its sin, he lovingly came to us to give us what we needed most. Again, he didn't wait for us to get to him. He didn't wait for us to tell him what's wrong with us. He didn't need to. He knew. And then he benevolently came to us. And he came because he knew what we most desperately needed was not more inspiration or enlightenment. We didn't need a new outlook on life. We didn't need to turn over a new leaf. We needed salvation from our sins. He knew that we needed nothing less than the very death of God to fix what was wrong with us. And so he came sacrificially to die in our place, dying the very death that you and I deserved for our sins. And he did that by taking our sins onto his very life. And in doing this, for anyone who would put their faith and trust in Jesus Christ, who believes in him, he did something even more amazing. He then credited us his righteousness so that we can be forever accepted by God. What was wrong with us was our alienation from God by our sins. Jesus overcame our sins, imputed his righteousness, and restored our relationship with God, making us forgiven, acceptable, redeemed, adopted, regenerated, a new life with new hearts, with a new Lord and a new name, child of God. And Jesus did all of that out of his absolutely astounding mercy, and all by his amazing grace. Mercy means he took away what we surely deserved: death, separation from God. And grace means he gave us what we did not deserve: his love, his righteousness, him.